Ads here from Herman Hits the Road, and welcome to Motorhome Gadget News, February 2021. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at new awnings from Outwell, a new, safe and clever way to cook in your motorhome or camper, a motorhome leveling app for your phone, and an inexpensive vehicle tracker. The first thing we're going to take a look at are the new awnings for 2021 from Outwell. Now there's quite a few to go through, and I'll go through them as quickly as I can, but giving you enough information to decide whether or not you actually need one. Now the first ones we're going to take a look at are the drive-away poled awnings. So these ones are particularly used for campervans and cars. Now the Lake Crest at £500 looks a reasonable size. It goes on the side of your vehicle, and it's a little door on the side, so you can go in from the side rather than opening up the big flap at the front. So looking at the layout here, I can see that it's tall enough for me to stand in. I'm 6 foot. It doesn't look that wide. I think you could probably just get a couple of chairs in, which is probably all you really need. You just need that extra space on the outside, away from out of the weather, so you can sit and relax, or maybe do some cooking outside. The next one is the Wood Crest, which is slightly larger than the last one. It is a little bit more expensive as well, but this one you can actually use it on the rear or the side of your vehicle. I think there's quite a lot of room in this awning as well. You can set up a little dining area there and just sit in and eat outside. Looking at the layout, it does seem to be a bit bigger, and there appears to be even more headroom. Next is the Hillcrest Tarp, which provides a bit of shade and shelter and a little bit of privacy. It attaches onto your pull-out awning and gives you that little bit of extra protection from the weather. It's only down on one side though. Whereas the Full Crest side panel set allows you to connect 2 panels to your pull-out awning and giving you that almost room effect. Different options there of unfolding and folding out to either side panel. So those awnings were pole awnings. The next ones we're going to look at are actually drive-away air awnings. So these awnings you pump up, which obviously helps with a lot less hassle. The pole awnings were easy to set up, according to Outwell, but these air awnings are even easier. You just basically pump away. First one we're going to look at is the Newburgh 240 Air, again for a camper. This one does seem to have a lot more room than any of the others we've seen so far. Side doors, a main door, there's a door next to your van so you can creep in down the side rather than having to walk all the way through the awning. The layout does appear to be less dome-shaped than the other awnings as well. What I do like about these awnings, all of the awnings in fact, is that they have a little flap down the side for your power cable. Rather than having to trace it through the door, you can have it coming in straight into the living area. The next awning would be the Wolfberg 380 Air at £900. This awning allows you to place it on either side of your vehicle, so you can have the front porch pointing in the direction of your vehicle is, or the other way around. The next awning we're going to be looking at from Outwell is the Starville SA, which is £890. This looks quite a large one. Not so many windows as the previous ones. The doors have windows, but there's a front and a back door. You can also purchase an optional living room. It has 4 different ways where you can position it, which is very useful, I think. Looking at the layout, there seems to be plenty of headroom and plenty of room in general, basically. So we've seen the Newburgh 240 Air, but there's also a Newburgh 240 Air Tool. And this is for motorhomes, or vehicles that are a little bit bigger than a camper. £870, looks very similar, but it has extra height in the connection zone. So moving on to our next set of gadgets, these ones are from Outdoor Revolution, and they are induction hobs. Now they run off electricity, so you need to be connected to electric hookup to use them, but an induction hob is a safe way of cooking food. There is no flame and there's no heat wasted when you're cooking. They work in a very clever way by when you put the pan on the actual induction hob, that makes a connection and the pan itself starts to heat up rather than the hob, which means when you take it off, you can put your hand on the hob, it's not hot at all. I guess it might be slightly warm, but it's not going to burn you. Unlike, of course, if it was gas. There's no fire, so if it does, if there's a bit of wind coming through the door because there's a nice sunny day and you're cooking there, it's not going to actually blow out, unlike gas, of course. It's going to be safe with pets and children. Outdoor Revolution have got two models. They've got the single hob and they've got the dual hob, the double induction hob. You can use this in your motorhome, your camper, in a tent even. And of course there's no gas to use up and they're completely safe. Easy to clean as well. Our next gadget that we're going to be looking at is actually an app for your phone. This is, see if I can pronounce this, Yescapa Level app. When you're trying to drive onto your chocks or you're trying to maneuver your motorhome or camper to a particular level spot, this will help you locate those spots. None of this spirit level kind of thing, which is actually what we use. So how this works is that you put it in the middle of your vehicle, you press start, and you can see that as I'm tilting the phone backwards and forwards, it tells you whether or not it's adjusted or not. You get a little OK set up there to say that the phone is and your motorhome is adjusted correctly. Now under the settings, you can switch on vibration and you can switch on sound. Down at the bottom here, you enter the length and the width of your vehicle, and I just hit save. With the sound on, I can move my phone around, and when it gets level, it actually makes a noise, just like that. And so if you're trying to level your vehicle, you hear that, and that's when you pull your handbrake on, turn the keys off, and you're level, you're done. And the other thing we got on this app, very clever, they've added a compass so that when you are setting up your satellite dish and you need to know the direction of the satellites, apparently it's in the south, I do believe, you set up your compass and you can work out where the south is and point your satellite dish in that location. Now this next gadget isn't exactly new. It's new to me because one of my subscribers mentioned it on one of my videos just recently, and I had no idea what they were talking about until I had a look on Amazon. They gave me the name of the product, Winnis, I guess that's how you pronounce it, and it is a tracker system for anything really, mainly for vehicles. It's only about 9 centimeters by 7 centimeters in size, 2 centimeters in depth. What you need to do is put a SIM in it, a phone SIM, and it will keep track of you'll be able to find out where your vehicle is at any time. You communicate with it by SMS, I do believe. The battery on it will, when you charge it up, will last approximately 3 months. And it has some really cool stuff like real-time and precise positioning. It has electronic fencing or geofencing, which is basically an alert which tells you if your vehicle has moved out of a particular area. Say, for instance, from your storage where you keep it, or from your postcode, for instance. There's a huge magnet on the back, and you just put it anywhere, maybe under the chassis of your vehicle. It is rated at IP58, which basically means it's waterproof, dustproof, shockproof, and talking about shockproof, it does have a shock sensor in it. If it detects some shock or damage or a tree falling on it or somebody hitting it, it will also alert you about that. So this is a great little gadget, especially right now because there's been some thefts of motorhomes. Motorhomes are on demand. People are starting to steal them. So right now this is a great little buy for £45 plus your SIM card, which you can get very cheaply at the moment from giffgaff for 50p. Get yourself some credit and they'll give you £5 bonus. So that's a pretty good option, I think. There's also an app for it, so you can monitor it using an app on your phone rather than just sending an SMS, which is very useful. But of course, I guess that's going to take up more credit off of your SIM. So thank you very much for watching this video on Motorhome and Campervan gadgets for February 2021. If there's anything that you think, any gadget you think that I should be looking into, then please do let us know in the comment section below. And if you like this video and you found it useful, then please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't, maybe you should consider subscribing so you can get some more of these type of videos and our touring videos. And if you do subscribe, there is a notification bell that you can click and get notified when we release another video. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.